In modern day, ever since the creation of, well, a lot of stuff, us humans have been able to do practically anything. And not only that, but there's a major civilization on every corner. Now let's go back around 5,000 years and, whoa, that doesn't look like a civilization. Well, it turns out that it was. In fact, it was a Neolithic civilization. And how did this little village of clay and water even work? Well, it's time to call my Neolithic friend Bart, who could take me back in time. Hi, Bart. Oh, I forgot. He doesn't speak English. Most people don't know what Neolithic spoke, but we can infer that they spoke a language since they were able to build small villages and hunt together. In fact, a lot of little villages like these popped up all across the world during the Neolithic age. Some of these villages were in the jungle, some of them were in the desert, and some of them were in the savannah. This was because of human migration, as humans would go across the world and create societies wherever they ended up. This is sort of what a Neolithic hut looked like, with a hay triangular format and wooden beams to hold it up. Usually the inside floor was either grass or mud. Some other Neolithic houses were made out of clay bricks and had beds made out of sheep wool. They also may have had areas with pottery or a campfire in the center for warmth. The Neolithic people also built structures for worship. They would worship things such as the sun and the water, which were things that would give them life. Some of these structures still stand today, most notably Stonehenge. Religion also played a role in Neolithic culture. When it came time for burial, the dead would be buried with food and facing the sun. One might expect a priest to offer prayers and handle such religious duties. As they do now, such was the case in Neolithic villages, where priests were also chiefs. The chiefs were the heads of the government. Government was developed to help keep law and order among the villages. We could call this early version of government, governments, alpha version 0.01. A large population increase occurred when humans learned how to farm crops. Farmers would tend to the farms built near a water source. The three main crops during that time were wheat, barley, and rice. Another benefit to the increase in food supply was the development of specialization, or the development of occupations. As fewer people were needed to grow food, people could now develop other interests, such as pottery. There's also been a big change in how people get their food. In the Paleolithic times, people would have to chase their food and would constantly have to move along with it. Now that we've created settlements, we can herd animals and tame them as domesticated creatures. We can also grow crops, making it so that we can always stay in one place. With this new way of getting food, we no longer need to be hunters and gatherers. People have also now learned how to cook their food. People would cook their food over a campfire with a stick, or put it next to the campfire to cook it. Cooked food was easier to eat and was healthier for you, which helped lower the amount of diseases. Well, thanks for giving us a look back at Neolithic times, Bart. It's crazy to see how much of your culture still lives on in modern day.
But Bart.
Bye, Bart.
Bart.